neighbor's hand. Say, I ain't crazy. I ain't crazy. I know I may look crazy sometimes, but I really ain't crazy, y'all. God help me in here. God told me to tell you. That's where David messed up. David began to lean on his own emotions. And when he leaned on his emotions, he stopped leaning on God. And when he stopped leaning on God, he ran to the enemy. And he ran to the enemy to protect him in the time of trouble. God told me to tell you tonight that your enemy has never liked you. Your enemy will never feel sorry for you. Your enemy will never have compassion on you. Y'all know who the enemy is, don't you? Can I make it plain for y'all? The devil, y'all, he'll never protect you. And the devil will always remember what came out of your mouth and how you declared God is in your life. The enemy looked at David. He said, is this not the David that they danced in the streets for? Is this the same David that they made a song about that said Saul has slain his thousands and David his 10,000s? They said, ain't this the same David that killed our champion Goliath? And now this David has the unmitigated gall to come over in our camp and ask us to protect him. God told me to tell you, the devil only came to do three things. He came to kill you, he came to steal from you, and he came to destroy you. Give your neighbor a high five. Say, neighbor, I ain't running to the devil. It might get rough, but I ain't running to the devil. I'll rather be rough over here in Jesus. They looked at David, and David looked at them. David said, they're going to kill me if I stay in this crazy place. They're going to mess my life up. If I stay in this crazy place, they're going to destroy my reputation. So David got to a place where he said, it's time to shift. Is there anybody in here that understands if you stay where you are, God said you would die in a crazy place? God told me to declare to y'all, as we go back to the basics, that you gotta come out of that crazy stuff that you've been flirting with. You got to come out of that crazy stuff that you've been testing the waters with. Shake your neighbor's hand. Say, neighbor, I'm getting ready to come out. You got too much power. You got too much anointing. You got too much deliverance to stay in a crazy place. David understood, y'all, that the only way he was going to get out of a crazy place was he had to act crazy. I feel like running in here now. David made up in his mind that if I'm going to be out of this one, I got to act crazy. I got a word for the young ladies. When you really get tired of that young man bothering you, when you really get tired of him inboxing you and texting you at night, when you really get tired of it, the only thing you got to do is start acting crazy. God, I will. I ain't got no witnesses. If you start acting crazy, we ain't gonna call you. If you start acting crazy, we go unfriend you on Facebook. If you really want to come out, sometimes you gotta get a little crazy. James Brown said it like this. He said, I don't know karate, but I know crazy. What my crazy folk are? You know the folk that'll get up and say,